Pop quiz, hotshot. You have a sandwich, and it's delicious. The best sandwich ever. A fly lands on it. Do you eat it or do you stop eating it? The answer? Don't eat it. Researchers at Penn State Eberly College of Science have found that common houseflies carry Salmonella, E. coli, and even bacteria that lead to stomach ulcers and also sepsis. Sepsis may be deadly. It seems that people have underrated how many pathogens can be carried by flies. And for the study, they looked at common houseflies, which are pretty much available around the world. And then other kinds of flies that are more available in warmer climates as well. Blowflies, particularly Brazilian blowflies, were shown in some instances to carry bacteria that leads to ulcers in the human gut.
Gross.
And it doesn't even need that much contact.
Yeah, well, because I mean, they're talking about how basically the area of the flies that carries the most pathogens and bacteria are literally their legs. So you know what they're using to land on your food, like that's just full of diseases, basically.
So yes, and it doesn't take that long for the pathogens to spread. It is believed by the researchers from Penn State that it was highly overlooked by public health officials. They recommend, they said in particular, flies in urban areas are more likely to be carrying dangerous bacteria than flies in more rural areas or the country. So they recommend not having your picnic in a central park, like Central Park, but going out to the countryside.
Sure. So like don't go to Griffith Park, but if you go out to Joshua Tree, it's probably okay if a fly lands on your food for just like a hot second.
They noted that flies tend to land on feces and decaying organic matter. You can take that to mean what you will, to nurture their young, and it does pick up on their legs and also their wings. That's where most of the pathogens are. Yeah.
I feel like I was already weird about flies landing on stuff, and this has just convinced me that I should never eat outside again. Like that's really the only way that you're gonna be 100% safe.
Sometimes flies are inside too, though.
I know, it's so true. It's true. That's why you get cats, to kill houseflies.
That's what I should do.
Yep.
Also, I love cats.
I've seen my cats murder houseflies. It's gorgeous.
Okay.
Yeah, it really is a wonderful sight.
It doesn't take that much, according to the research, and you might not even see flies land on your food. I've seen people eat food. I should have said something.
Yeah, they're fast and sneaky, and so sometimes you don't see it. So now anytime I eat outside, I'm just gonna be hyper vigilant. I'm also immediately gonna go to Daiso, the like Japanese dollar store, and buy those little, they sell these sort of nets that you can put over food to prevent stuff. Like you sometimes see them on like craft services tables to protect the snacks. Apparently those are very, very essential.
Yeah, it's a little worrisome. Also, according to the research, DNA sequencing techniques were used to study the collection of microbes that were found on the bodies of houseflies and blowflies. Houseflies had 351 types of bacteria harbored on their bodies. Blowfly had 316. A lot of these are the same pathogens in common. They also noted that if you wanted to check out the biodiversity of an area, you could release a bunch of flies and then upon recapturing be able to understand what's around based on what's on the fly. So basically, what they're getting around is getting on them. What they like to get around is poo-poo and rotting things. Those contain bad things that can be transmitted to your food very easily.
Right.
If a fly lands on your sandwich, probably consider not eating that sandwich. Or, you can cut out part of it.
Yeah, if you have a knife, just cut off the part the fly landed on.
Yeah, it's something to think about, because I, for sure, before have seen a fly land on food, and I ate it anyway because I was trying to be polite and please the person who made the food.
Sure.
Just be rude.
Yeah. Yep. It's better to be rude than to be dying of...
To have an ulcer.
Yep.
Or E. coli and bacterial infections.
Yep.
Audience, do you eat food that a fly landed on, and will you consider not doing that? Please let us know on our Facebook and our Twitter.